Only 4 companies in the world are worth more than $2 trillion: Microsoft, Apple, Alphabet, parent company of Google, and computer chip maker Nvidia.
Far from the apps on your phone, a new machine is waking up. It glows inside data halls, hums through power lines, and feeds on electricity. Nvidia is building the brain of the AI age. But the real question is, can the grid survive it? The $500 billion signal. The story begins with a number so large it almost feels unreal. $500 billion. Nvidia says it is working with partners to produce up to $500 billion worth of AI servers in the United States over 4 years. These are not normal office computers. They are powerful AI supercomputers designed to train and run the systems behind chatbots, image generators, robotics, scientific research, and future automation. This shows that Nvidia is no longer just selling chips. It is helping build the physical backbone of the AI age. The company's Blackwell chips are being made at TSMC's facility in Arizona, while AI supercomputers are being assembled with partners like Foxconn in Houston and Wistron in Dallas. So the AI boom is no longer limited to Silicon Valley labs. It is moving into factories, warehouses, supply chains, and energy networks across America. Then another signal appeared. Nvidia reported around $500 billion in AI chip bookings, showing that demand is still extremely strong. At the same time, the company announced new supercomputers for the US Department of Energy. So this is not just a business story. It is a national scale build-out. And before any AI server can train a model, run a simulation, or answer a single prompt, it needs one basic thing. It needs power. From data centers to AI factories. For years, data centers felt invisible. They stored photos, streamed videos, backed up files, and kept the internet running in the background. Most people never thought about them. They were just silent buildings, filled with blinking lights and cold air. But Nvidia is changing that image. The company now uses the phrase AI factories. It sounds futuristic, but it explains the shift perfectly. These places are no longer just storing data. They are producing something new: trained models, AI responses, simulations, discoveries, and automated decisions. Inside these AI factories, thousands of Nvidia GPUs work together like one giant digital engine. One chip is powerful, but when thousands are connected, they become something much bigger. They can process language, generate images, improve robotics, search medical patterns, and speed up scientific research. This is why Nvidia's manufacturing push matters. Blackwell chips in Arizona, AI supercomputers in Texas, and partners like TSMC, Foxconn, and Wistron are all part of a larger plan. They are building the industrial base for artificial intelligence. But every factory has a cost. And in the AI age, that cost is not only money, it is electricity. The hidden cost? Power. Every AI factory has a hidden cost. It is not only the price of chips, servers, land, or buildings. It is the constant demand for electricity. Before one AI model can answer a question, thousands of processors must start working. They move huge amounts of data between chips, servers, and storage systems. They test patterns, adjust model weights, and repeat calculations again and again. And those processors do not work alone. They need cooling systems, backup power, networking hardware, storage, lighting, and control systems. From the outside, a data hall may look clean and quiet, but inside, it is full of heat, airflow, and non-stop computation. The servers hum, the cooling systems run, the power lines carry the load. According to the International Energy Agency, data centers used around 415 terawatt-hours of electricity in 2024, about 1.5% of global electricity use. That may sound small as a percentage, but in real energy terms, it is already massive. And the bigger warning is the speed of growth. As AI systems become larger, the power needed to run them also grows. So Nvidia's $500 billion AI build-out is not only a chip story, it is also an energy story. Why AI uses so much energy. AI feels weightless on a screen. You type a question, an answer appears, and it feels almost magical. But behind that simple moment, real machines are working at extreme speed. Large AI clusters are not like normal computers sitting quietly in a room. They use thousands of GPUs running for long hours, often nonstop. These GPUs constantly move information between chips, servers, and storage systems. That movement takes energy. The larger the AI model, the more intense the work becomes. More calculations mean more heat. And more heat means stronger cooling systems are needed to protect the machines. If cooling fails, performance drops, hardware can suffer, and the entire AI factory can slow down. This is why electricity becomes the invisible fuel of intelligence. Every chatbot response, AI-generated video, medical simulation, and robotics breakthrough depends on a physical chain. Chips, servers, cooling systems, cables, substations, and power plants. So when Nvidia scales AI hardware at a historic level, the real question is not only how smart can AI become? The deeper question is, how much electricity will intelligence need? The grid starts to feel the weight. AI may not consume the entire global grid, but it can still overwhelm the places where the grid is weak, old, or already crowded. A single massive data center campus can need as much power as a small city. And when many of these campuses appear in the same region, the local grid can feel the pressure very quickly. This is why energy planners are watching AI so closely. Goldman Sachs estimates that global data center power demand could rise by about 50% by 2027 and as much as 165% by 2030, compared with 2023 levels. That is not normal growth. That is a sharp acceleration driven by cloud computing, AI training, and larger machine learning systems. But the grid was not designed for this kind of sudden demand. Power lines take years to upgrade. New substations need permits, land, equipment, and labor. Transformers can face long waiting times. Even if a company has billions of dollars ready, electricity does not arrive instantly. The grid is physical. It moves at the speed of steel, copper, concrete, and regulation. That creates a new limit for AI. The world may have money for chips. It may have demand for smarter models. It may have companies ready to build giant AI factories. But if the power connection is not ready, the machines cannot fully wake up. So the AI race is no longer just about who gets the best GPS. It is about who gets the electricity first. The global alliance race. Nvidia is not building this future alone. The AI race has become too large for one company, one country, or one data center operator. It now needs chip designers, cloud companies, energy providers, investors, construction firms, and governments working together. This is why a new type of alliance is forming. It is not only about software anymore. It is about land, power, cooling, and computing capacity. Nvidia's GPUs may sit at the center of the AI boom, but those GPUs need entire ecosystems around them. Microsoft needs compute. OpenAI needs compute. xAI needs compute. Governments need supercomputers. Energy companies need to prepare for new demand. Investors now see data centers not just as buildings, but as the next great infrastructure asset. And that is where the story becomes bigger than technology. Groups linked to names like Microsoft, BlackRock, Nvidia, and xAI have been tied to AI infrastructure efforts focused on data centers and energy facilities. These alliances show that the AI race is moving from screens into the physical world. The future is being negotiated through power contracts, construction deals, chip supply, and grid access. This is not the old internet boom. The old internet needed servers. The AI era needs industrial-scale computing plants that run every second, and whoever controls those plants may control the speed of the next digital revolution. But every alliance faces the same hard truth. You can raise money quickly. You can announce projects quickly. You can order chips quickly. But you cannot rebuild the grid overnight. The energy bottleneck becomes the real battlefield. The The strangest part of the AI race is that the final limit may not be intelligence. It may be electricity. For years, the tech world talked about better models, faster chips, and smarter software. But now, the conversation is shifting toward transformers, substations, cooling plants, and transmission lines. These words do not sound exciting. They do not sound like the future. But without them, the future slows down. A powerful AI chip is useless if the building cannot power it. A giant data center is only an empty shell if it cannot connect to the grid. Even the most advanced Nvidia systems still need basic infrastructure before they can train a model, run a simulation, or answer one prompt. This turns energy into the real battlefield. Companies may compete for GPUs, but they are also competing for land near power sources. They are competing for long-term electricity contracts, grid connections, backup systems, cooling water, and reliable energy supply. In some places, the waiting list for power may matter as much as the waiting list for chips. And this changes the meaning of an AI megaproject. It is not just a building full of servers. It is a pressure test for the entire energy system around it. Every new AI factory asks the same question. Can the local grid handle another giant machine that never sleeps? What this means for the future. The future of AI may be built by engineers, but it will also be shaped by energy planners. Every new AI factory needs people behind the scenes. Grid operators checking load forecasts, construction teams building substations, cooling experts designing safer systems, and governments deciding where new power should come from. From the outside, the AI boom looks digital, but underneath it, thousands of human decisions are being made in steel, concrete, water, and electricity. This could push the world toward faster grid upgrades. Utilities may need stronger transmission lines. Countries may need more renewable energy, more battery storage, more gas plants, and in some places, serious discussions about nuclear power. Data center companies may also search for locations where electricity is cheaper, cleaner, and more reliable. But this future comes with tension. AI could help discover new medicines, improve factories, speed up science, and automate complex work. At the same time, the machines that make this possible will demand a growing share of the world's energy. So the question is no longer only whether AI can transform the world. The question is whether the world can build enough power to transform with it. Because the next chapter of AI will not be decided only inside Nvidia's chips. It will be decided in the grid that feeds them. Nvidia's $500 billion AI megaproject is not just about faster chips or smarter machines. It is a warning that the AI revolution has a physical cost: power. The future may glow inside data centers, but it will depend on power lines, substations, and energy systems strong enough to carry it. And if this story made you think differently about AI, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.